this video, I'll show you how to set up your new one-wire node for use as a Wi-Fi multiple DS18B20 temperature sensor transmitter. We'll also be offering other one-wire sensors such as the DS2408 8-channel addressable input and output module and a 4 or 8 channel 4 to 20 milliamp input module soon. Here is a picture showing the 4 different styles of DS18B20 temperature sensors connected to a port hub we'll be offering along with the one-wire node. The sensor with the metal casing is waterproof. The 3 other sensors are weather resistant. Here is a picture of the one-wire node port where the sensors attach to the node. The port is a 3.5 millimeter stereo jack for supplying 3.3 volts DC, the one-wire protocol connection, and grounding. Here is a picture of the one-wire node 5.5 millimeter by 2.1 millimeter barrel port where 5 volt DC power and ground is applied. Once everything is connected, at first power up, the one-wire node will create its own Wi-Fi hotspot for you to connect and set up its configuration. You'll want to look for a Wi-Fi hotspot name that starts with ESP and underscore. Click on it to connect and enter CONFIGESP for the passkey prompt. Then start your web browser and enter the IP address of 192.168.4.1. That will bring up the web GUI of the one-wire node. And once you have all that accomplished, the web GUI will display. The first page will show you some information about the ESP Easy firmware system. On this page you'll be able to set up your Wi-Fi hotspot connection if you want to connect to your own Wi-Fi. And at this section you'll be able to set up the Domotease server system or a couple other automation systems that you may want to send data to. This is where you set up how often you send data to the server in seconds. And then down below here, this is where you could set up a static IP address for the one-wire node. Now we're going to go to our devices, and as you can see I already have one temperature sensor already configured. And we're going to go in and look in how it's configured. It's always going to be defaulted to that GPIO setting there. It's hard coded, you can't change that. And there you'll be able to set up how many digits after the decimal point you can see in the value. The delay is in seconds of how often the sensor will be read. The send data checkbox will say whether or not it will send the data to the Domotease server. Now we're going to configure a new sensor. The IDX variable number is what you'll get from your Domo T server to say which value in the server it needs to be set to. Now we're going to select a second ROM that was discovered with the one-wire system. And there we have our second sensor set up. Add the third one. Give it a name. And there's our third. And our fourth. Give it a little time for that fourth sensor to come in, and you'll be able to see all four sensors. We can go to a log, actually see it coming in real time. We got all four temperature sensors being read. Now I'm going to show you how to clear out all the sensor configuration to have a clean slate. Issue a reset command that will clear out all those sensors or whatever else you may have set up. After a little bit of time, then we'll go back in and to our devices area and see that we have a clean slate. Now we'll set them all up again. This time we're actually going to set up the Wi-Fi RSSI signal. That way you could actually monitor the signal strength of the Wi-Fi if you wanted to. There's a couple other diagnostic parameters you may want to monitor. We can change any of those sensors that we want to whatever we want at any time. So we'll turn it back into a temperature sensor. In the formula temperature box, you could actually do a conversion formula in there to convert it from C to Fahrenheit. Or you could have it automatically do it on a Domo-T server. you have 4 temperature sensors and 1 system information showing the Wi-Fi signal strength that could be going to a Domitis automation server.